All right, it is Mothership. Let's Synergize, episode 2. And you guys are on the Outpost, which has a name. Outpost S-4813, known as Sable by the locals. You have spoken to, let's see, John Valentine, who was in charge of the scrapyard, made some riot shields, went to Elmo's. You talked to Elmo. You didn't talk to more than one Elmo. You talked to Elmo.
We went to Elmo's to talk to Elmo.
Correct. Actually, Elmo ran Elmo's. You also went downstairs, spoke to Alex for a little bit, spoke to a few of the locals who were playing video poker. You went to and spoke to Vadim, who is chief of security, and then spoke to the CEO, Abdella. And then you met back at Elmo's and had a little chat. You were talking about going to visit the temple, as it's called. And you currently are at Elmo's. The time is you're at 68 out of 72 hours remaining. There are 8 hours of daylight remaining.
Yeah, let's have a conversation about that girl who was hitting on Kuzan, who's about to die.
Do you mean Alex?
Was that her name? That might have been.
It was the boxer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the girl who was boxing. Yep. Yep. Confirmed. Kuzan into muscle mommies.
Well, everyone has a type, you know. It looks like we're going to we have to confront these bad bitches and these miners because apparently no one here talks to them and they stay away. So it seems like we have to go and figure out what's going on from them going on over there ourselves. And remember, they have supposedly super strength, but I think I can get us our way through. Actually, I don't know if I can, but we'll figure it out.
Well, I have a gun if your talking doesn't work.
I have a gun too. It's the
Indeed.
knock them out first.
No, you'll certainly knock them out.
But we have very little time to waste. So we should get a move on.
Lead the way.
Is there anything that we need to do before we talk to the miners?
Are we still at the bar? Are we still upstairs at the bar?
Yep.
And Alex is downstairs?
Correct.
I'm going to go downstairs and visit Alex for a little while.
Okay.
For a quick chat.
All right.
She's still working out?
Yeah, she's still hitting the heavy bag. Yes.
Okay. And as you know, I am a professor of physics. So when I get down there, I'm going to analyze her boxing. I'm going to analyze her stance and her punches. And I'm going to see if I can come up with a way to make her more efficient and also to be stronger and deliver more powerful punches.
Okay.
And then I'm going to approach her. And I'm going to give her that analysis.
Okay.
Unwanted or not.
That's right.
She watches, she just kind of, sees you there and she just continues punching.
Okay, I'm going to come over and I'm going to demonstrate an improved punch for her. To show her how much more improvement she can get from subtle tweaks in her stance.
Yeah, she kind of looks at you like,
I'm like, no, do it this way. See, the leverage point over here will provide more weight distribution where you can get 37% more energy transfer when you land the contact.
how do you know all this stuff?
I'm a physics professor. I do this for a living.
She looks really confused. How's that supposed to help Never mind. She hits the bag a couple times. She's like, I could tell the difference.
Exactly. So what exactly do you do for a living?
Just punch this bag.
Well,
It's the bag.
well, I kind of run, this little casino down here. She points to the various video poker machines. Do some boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Sell other
Supplements.
supplements. Yeah, I like that term. Supplements to those who need them.
Yeah, I've heard about your supplements.
Was anybody stupid enough to mention her and her supplements to Sal? Because otherwise he doesn't know she exists.
Not yet.
I don't think we have.
Darn. He's going to be so disappointed in missing out.
I would like to purchase some supplements for strength and speed. Do you have anything like that would increase strength and speed?
Increase strength and speed.
Yeah, got any meth?
No, space meth.
Space meth.
Perfect.
Smeth.
It's out of this world.
Space meth. Great.
Smeth.
So she's like, yeah, it will you won't need to sleep.
Ever.
That's awesome.
Definitely be a little bit quicker, but it comes with kind of a splitting headache afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you did give me, and she's hitting the bag. She's like, what? I think that's what that wind was doing. And he hit like a bag full of bricks when he came and sparred with us. I kicked his ass out because he had a bad temper. I bet you that's what he did. Did you work with him? Is that why? No, you hadn't been here that long. He wouldn't know that. That's probably what he was doing. That she's like punching the bag some more.
That's interesting. No, I do not know this win.
Yeah, he'd fly off the handle. He broke a few noses. I told him to get the hell out of here. Yeah. Let's see. How much is this stuff?
I'll give you $5 and I'm taking a huge risk here.
I did give her some boxing
Yeah,
advice.
she. Oh, absolutely. She would. She definitely appreciates that.
Together?
Yeah, it's 50 space bucks. I think it's worth it.
How many doses would that be?
One. You're trying to go. You need more?
How long does
75. I'll give you two shots at it.
and how long does it last for?
It's kind of
Depends on the person.
Yeah,
Getting
it could
a
last
feel
1
there.
to 5. It could last 1 to 5 days.
Not bad.
1 to 5 days? Hell, it is space meth.
Well, the planet will be destroyed in 3, so that should be plenty of time.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get just the one dose.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, she gives you a little bit of the space math. She walks over to like that cooler. That freezer she's got down in the basement. She said, "Here you go. One for you too." And she pulls out a frozen waffle and hands it to you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Once Sal finds out about this, he's going to be seriously pissed that he missed out. Oh, well.
And then I take it and pocket it and hide it and go back upstairs.
Okay. You can hear her hitting the bag. She's like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah."
We know lots about physics, but not very much about tearing muscles, and you hear.
Professor Goff returns.
I come back up and I say, well, I have procured a little bit of a supplement.
Is that what they're calling it here?
Yes.
Supplements.
Yes, that should help with speed, strength, and the lack of sleep, should we so need it.
Well, I could use all of those things, but it's good to know.
Yes.
Thank you.
There might be a few side effects, but Negligible.
Thank you, Professor. Should I call you Professor Goff,
Professor is fine.
Professor? Okay. Even though you're not my professor, just calling you the Professor.
Correct.
Very well.
Well then,
Way to work the system.
so then, shall we head down and talk to the miners?
I think so. I'm ready.
How far is it to the mine? Are we going to walk to the mine?
Yeah, it's about a 10-minute walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have that magnetic containment thing with us?
Yes, if you wish.
It's self-propelled, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, it walks along with you, yes.
The very
yeah,
big
all we have to do is, yo, follow.
Yes, and it will follow.
And
Yo,
it
I got you, fam.
provides cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are headed out to head to the mine, and as you walk by the corporate, because to get there you got to kind of take, a winding little path out of Sable to get there, waving frantically from, like, because the corporate housing is sort of like looks over the town, as you can see on that one map that I put up, the town, the original map of Sable.
Mhm.
It's like almost like an overpass, for lack of a better word. Is Vadim, the security chief, and he's just kind of waving, trying to get your attention.
Okay.
Go over to him.
Says, I procured your the schematic. I found this map that was drawn by a worker who was an artist. Everything. This is all that was left when the revolt happened. A lot of the papers and things were damaged. So he hands you a roughly drawn sketch. With from the year, it looks like it was done obviously before the revolt. Where are you headed now?
We're heading to talk to the miners
Be
to
very,
see if we
very,
can figure out what's going on here.
be very careful. Be very, very careful. They are very
Yes.
dangerous.
Yes, I hear they have superhuman strength.
Yes, they do, and he looks around to see if anybody's listening, like anybody is out. He says, I think they can read minds too.
Oh boy.
Do you think that's a property of this anomaly that
I
they have
think
taken?
yes, I think this thing gives them gifts.
Would you call these gifts unnatural?
Yes, I would. That's what I would consider.
Sounds to me like this anomaly leads you to a path to abilities that many might consider to be unnatural.
Yes. If you need a place to stay, we have some rooms available if you wish to stay here. Just come see me. I will escort you.
Well, if we're able to make it back up, that would be nice. I don't know if I'd want to stay overnight in a place where people can read your minds. Then they just might be able to read your dreams.
Well, I don't think
Do we have one
no,
in
you would not want to
between?
stay in the with the miners. No, they will not let you in.
Do we even have a choice? I mean, we were dropped off, right?
Correct.
Yep.
I mean, you
So-
could call the John Henry. You could put his and say, "Hey, can you pick us up?" And we
Right.
want a place to rack out, make sure there's a mint on the pillow, and
no mind control, in the or mind reading in the staff, right?
What was our original goal? To the anomaly. Are we trying to secure it and bring it out?
yes, you're trying to retrieve the anomaly, take it to the CEO, and then they will take it and bring it to corporate.
CEO Abdullah
Yeah,
or Abdella.
right.
Okay.
And we got a bunch of side goals too. There's the rescue of the children. There's the maintenance guy's bot who he wants back. What else? I thought there was another. What else was there? I thought there was another side goal already.
Mm,
I think that's it for now. 2 side goals in the main.
So we'll make our way over to the mine, the
okay.
entrance.
All right. So yeah, he kind of scurries back into his little security office, closes the door. He watches you outside, out his window as you leave. You make your way around a little passage around the rocks and to the entrance of the mine, which that is the entrance to the mine, if you can see it. It is wide enough to get. You talked about, somebody said, can you get a bulldozer or whatever that through the, and you can. So it's a huge entrance. As you approach, there's some kind of symbol above it that's carved into the rocks. There are steps, and it looks like a stone or some kind of composite door is in front of it. But it's not open.
Okay. I have theology. Can I roll and see if it's a theological symbol?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see. Train skills plus 10 bonus. Is this intellect?
Yep.
I'm guessing 29, which is under my intellect, especially with the bonus. So, is it a theological symbol?
No, it is not a theological symbol, but you would guess that the representation is probably closely linked to the anomaly itself. It is probably a depiction of it.
And they call it a mine. A mine.
I have a feeling this entire thing is just going to be one minor convenience after another.
Oh,
Well then, shall we go up and knock?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Sal, unless otherwise specified, is going to be hanging back sort of near Comrade Dacha.
Okay.
We don't have a healer, so secondary, is always protect the artillery and they'll protect you.
So
I'm actually more likely to protect Pussing because we have sex. That's if I'm being honest.
so are you approaching the big composite door slash entrance?
Yeah, just walk right up to it. Knock on
Okay,
the
you get about 50 yards, and you hear a noise as the door begins to move out of the way. It's a very, very large door. And a woman in robes comes running out. Robes and like sandals. No, correction. She does not have shoes.
Oh,
She comes running out.
Like,
And then
as if she's running away from something or like running towards us.
she is running towards you.
Okay.
The door moves about halfway. So the door doesn't like move on like hinges or so. Something is moving it. So it kind of moves like vertically, but laterally, like a third of the way. And she comes out, and there are 2 other figures that stand in the doorway watching. And she runs towards you, and then she gets about 10 yards from you. She stops and she begins to walk and stands and kind of stares at you.
you think she's with the cult?
I don't doubt it.
What brings you here?
What did they call us again?
Wrenchers?
Yeah. Is it obvious to most people? I mean, it was obvious to people in Sable that we were wrenchers. Is it fair to say that it would be obvious to most people that we are wrenchers?
Well, you have the tomb wrench symbol on your gear and stuff.
Yes.
So, but if you don't know the symbols or anything, if you don't know that, then you wouldn't know.
Gotcha. We hear that there's an interesting artifact We've come to run some experiments on it.
Oh, experiments on the anomaly.
Yes. You see, I am a scientist. And science is what I do. Formulate a hypothesis, establish methods, test, write it down, and confirm or deny that hypothesis, and then rinse and repeat. It seems that this anomaly seems to grant supernatural abilities. So I'd like to run some tests to confirm that hypothesis.
Well, we do not give access to the anomaly to just anyone. Are you pilgrims?
The
Yes,
question is, how good looking is this woman? Never mind.
I'm a pilgrim of science.
Well, Pilgrim,
The journey of science is a never-ending one, especially when you fall down the rabbit holes or tombs that I tend to.
I can grant you access to the main temple, but you will have to relinquish all of your weapons before you enter.
Oh, that's certainly fine by me. As long as I can keep my trusty sample collection kit.
I sort of look at Dasha. She's the one toting around the, anti-material freaking rifle.
are we allowed religious artifacts in there?
Yeah, it's a religion. It's a religion. I love it.
Depends.
It's important to be devout.
We do not want any violence.
Absolutely not.
The temple was open many years ago, but we have had frequent incursions by the Sharp Corporation in their attempts to take back the mine by violence. Unfortunately, we've had to close off the entrance.
Why does the Sharp Corporation want access to the mines and the mines? Do they want this anomaly too?
Probably for some profit.
Be better if they wanted it for study and research. Do you know the civilization that it comes from?
It has not revealed that to me.
It talks to you
I have had prophetic dreams.
of the anomaly.
I would say as a result of the anomaly.
Very interesting. Were you bleeding by the ears during these dreams?
No, why?
It's just curious. He starts writing things down.
Comrade Dasha is close enough to Sal to hear some mutter about, oh, great, another crazy one. Well, we know how things are going to go soon enough. Maybe I can convince her to go somewhere alone.
I think we'll be quite fine. Kristen has this under control.
So she's a human.
Yeah, she looks human. Yep.
Go on.
How good looking is she?
I mean, well, I don't know. You've been on this planet for 4 hours, so for Sal, probably pretty good looking.
That's a queen right there.
Oh, lovely. For Sal, it's probably pretty good looking. Yeah, I gotta admit that's probably on target.
The desert is known for having very cold nights, so it'd be a lot better if you could warm it up.
I'm sure my companions are amenable. How many people are down there?
There are enough to sustain us.
Is that between 0 and 20, 20 and 50, 50 and 75, or 75 and 100?
All of those answers are correct.
Fails multiple choice.
I like the bleach.
You
Bleach.
write that down.
Yeah.
Next time, tell her to pick one.
Maybe an essay question would be more to your
All
life.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of dreams and how did you know that they were prophetic?
They did not happen before the anomaly. They happened after.
Did the dreams come true?
Some parts of them, yes.
Like what parts?
That is for me and the anomaly to experience, not for others.
Okay.
How do I get my own prophetic dreams?
You just have to be open to the anomaly's wisdom.
Yeah, I'm sorry. At this point, Sal can't help himself. He's wondering. He's wandering away from Dasha. Sorry, Dasha. It's like, I bet it's a lot more profound if it comes from the person who truly knows. Maybe you could give me a private lesson. And he gives a big shit-eating grin.
I'm unsure about that.
Oh, well.
Give it some time,
Okay.
Sal. You can have pathetic dreams after a while too.
I've had a few. Doesn't take much sometimes.
Oh, you said prophetic. I thought you meant pathetic.
But tell me about the symbol you carved over the door. I dabble a little in theology, and I don't recognize that at all.
It's a representation of the anomaly that was carved by one of our faithful.
Huh. I mean, do you consider it like a god or just a power of some sort?
Oh, I guess it is some sort of god.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm always looking to expand my knowledge.
So, do you wish to enter the main floor?
Yes, I think we have stood outside this door in the night long enough. Speaking of nighttime on this planet, when it grows dark, bearable or unbearable outside?
You may need some heavy clothing, but you will not be. It is not. It won't kill you.
Very well. Good to know. Well, take me away. And he extends his hand.
Okay. So she begins to. She does not take your hand. She just begins to walk back towards the door.
Left a bro hanging.
We can do this later tonight. Shall we?
Yes. But yeah, follow her.
Okay, so you're following.
Yep, I'm definitely following.
All right. So Sal and Kusin are following.
Professor's following as well.
Okay.
And the little walking containment unit.
Okay.
So apparently, interesting that she didn't say anything about it. It's like she didn't really recognize the containment unit. Definitely not going to point it out.
What about Comrade Dasha?
I'll wait out here for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get myself a bulldozer.
All right. You're going to walk back and get the bulldozer from John Valentine?
Yep, I fully expect myself to get a radio call saying, "Oh my God, we should have never disarmed. It was a mistake."
Hey, I still got my crowbar. It's a tool. It's not a weapon.
All right. So you walk up the steps and up to the like I said, the door, the stone door is kind of like moved to the side, and two figures are standing there in black robes. They have pale faces and big, clunky mining boots. and they have like backpacks on with like metal cylinders in their hand, like they're using some kind of like basically like it's a weapon. So whatever they have, whatever their backpack is some kind of weapon.
I've got mechanical repair. Any chance that I can, and industrial equipment, any chance that I can sort of figure out what the hell that is? It's probably mining equipment that's been repurposed.
Yeah, you don't need to roll. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. So it's like,
Uh,
I mean, what is it? Flamer, pneumatic?
it is it's a proton auger.
Drilling equipment.
So they have an exchange right there at the door. And she turns around and points to the to your containment unit that has been, she says that cannot come in.
What's our containment unit?
It's that spider like
Basically a
what the hell?
robot.
Yeah, it's basically a robot.
Yeah.
What's wrong with our containment unit?
Racism towards robots.
Yes.
I'm unsure of what its capabilities are, and it does not need to enter the temple.
It's one of the pieces of equipment that we would need in order to investigate the anomaly.
Yes. Also, it's my emotional support containment unit.
Oh,
It's a service
I will-
containment unit.
I will grant you access to the main floor, and after that, we will consider whether your support containment unit can accompany you.
Very well. Who's the mama just like pats it, says, "Who's a good containment unit?" Yeah, no one's gonna keep you out.
So on the door, as you come up to it, there's a sign, a hand-painted sign that reads, "Pilgrims approach slowly, lay down arms and wait." And you guys step in to this hallway, and it's a bunch of like it's like a grid, it's like a floor of like marble tiles, and there's all these little small nozzles coming out of the ground, and there are hand-sized slits in the wall in the hallway. Straight ahead of you is like an archway. It's past that there's like smoke, and again there's like a spherical object that is sort of like it looks like it's floating in the air, but you realize that there's a chain coming down that it's being suspended from.
that's not our anomaly, is it?
No, it is another representation of the anomaly. You begin to walk in, and on either side, you walk in on either side of the hallway are these 15-meter statues, 50 feet tall. They're images of workers. One has like a pick, and the other one on the other side has like some kind of a drilling tool, but they're massive, made of made of stone. And every once in a while, like you walk in, every once in a while, you swear you hear like a gunshot go off, like it's muted, like it's somewhere in the distance.
Must be a non-believer.
And you walk into this large area that is kind of like a dome, circular. And you see, she says this is a depiction, a steel sculpture of the anomaly. And there are some robed figures beneath it, worshiping it, meditating. There are 5 of them in this room. These figures have dark robes. They look a little different than the 2 people you met, but they seem to be meditating beneath this thing. It's a huge room.
Why are there so many depictions of the anomaly? Why wouldn't these fine people just sit in front of the anomaly itself?
The anomaly cannot be viewed by just anyone. You have to be sanctified to be in its presence.
Are these people not sanctified?
They are giving the anomaly, they are giving it its proper worship, hoping that one day that they will be given the opportunity to be in its presence.
So how does the sanctification process work?
It is a long process over time.
Hmm.
And who decided that process?
Well, the anomaly, of course.
Who carries out that process?
Well, that is Krast, who is in charge of who may be in its presence or not.
And who is this Krast?
He is one who has achieved much enlightenment from the anomaly, more so than most.
Interesting. They spend a lot of time with the anomaly.
I'm unsure of how much presence the anomaly permits.
Interesting.
Have you ever seen the anomaly?
Only in my dreams.
Yeah. And kind of scribbles down. That's a no.
So as you're standing in this room, stand in this archway, looking at this like depiction of the anomaly hanging, looks like a basket from a chain. And there are these 5 individuals worshiping. To the left and to the right are 2 archways. The doors are closed, and it goes all the way around. From what you can see, you can circle around this whole thing. Like I said, this used to be open to pilgrims who would seek and be able to worship the anomaly. But the Sharp Corporation, in its ever attempts to oppress those who wish to be free from its yoke, has ruined that for so many.
Do you think if the Sharp Corporation had these prophetic dreams granted by the anomaly, that they would be open to sharing it and join?
I think their minds are so closed to their own propaganda in ways that they would be unable to experience what the anomaly's gifts are. You hear another gunshot go off.
It's a fair point.
Huh.
What's that
Why
noise?
don't you say no weapons here? What's up with the guns?
We do have training for purposes of our own protection that occur on the main floor.
Huh.
Target practice.
Cool.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Sure, you're all fine shots with your prophetic visions.
I sense your sarcasm. Trust me, we only do it to protect ourselves. The Sharp Corporation has sent mercenaries or contractors or whoever they in uh, take this place by force. We only do it to protect ourselves.
I mean, you have to raise your arms against corporate space. So
Hey, everybody has a right to protect themselves.
Are y'all still mining the rhodium here?
The mining has pretty much slowed to a stop for a while.
Do you think maybe the Sharp Company would, like for you to be working in the mine and producing the rhodium?
Of course, they would like us to work and, make money for them and pay us insignificant wage and treat us poorly like they did in the past.
down with the man.
So basically, they're just a corporation doing corporation stuff.
They are oppressors doing oppressive things.
What would really get back at the Sharp Corporation?
What would get back at them?
Yes. They keep sending wave after wave. How could you fight back?
Well, we are fighting back. We're resisting. Eventually, they'll get the idea and move to some other rock. Unfortunately, they will oppress some other group and enslave them in working for them.
Yes, but have you ever thought about maybe, I don't know, taking over the town and live in the town and not have to stay in the mine?
Well, why would I want to stay? Why would we want to stay in the town when we are perfectly comfortable here?
Um, there's sunlight in the town. You could bring the anomaly so that you don't have to run back and forth.
And convert all the other people who are still in the city, town.
We used to go into the town to try to find converts, but the Sharp Corporation, of course, didn't want any of that and basically chased us out of the town.
Did you try Elmo's?
Elmo's.
They have really good waffles there.
Ah, yes.
That's the draw. They have really good waffles.
You got to bring your own syrup, though, which I wasn't expecting.
More gunshots go on.
What do we need to do to how do we get sanctified to view the anomaly?
Well, if you devote yourself to
Done.
the anomaly, become a pilgrim, maybe in a year or two's time, you may be able to be given prophetic dreams or given glimpses of its mystical abilities.
So that's great. But how do I speed up that track to about 5 or 6 hours?
No, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I too would always enjoy the benefits of technological advancements and the various methods you could to learn things quickly or have things done quickly, but this will not be done that way and cannot be done that way.
I think we need to find a way. Because what if I told you that time on this planet is short?
In a relative sense, I would agree with you. Are you inferring something else?
I don't know, is 65 hours more or less relatively short?
That seems oddly specific.
What if I told you this planet is going to be obliterated in 65 hours?
Do you speak the truth?
I am Pilgrim Kuzan Lama. I know nothing but the truth.
Oh boy.
So you have come here to warn me?
And to study the anomaly, or at least bring it to a place where it can be further studied before it is lost permanently.
I think your experience with the temple has come to an end. Let me escort you outside.
But we didn't even get past the main area.
I think you have seen enough, pilgrim.
You would kick a pilgrim to the curb? One with deep knowledge of xeno-esotericism? The seeker of truth and of knowledge? If this is this is the type of person you kick to the curb, then I think you are blind to the truth.
So she nods and leads you back through the hallway.
Yeah, whatever. I'm here. Yeah, that's what I hear. Whatever. Yeah. Non-believers. Whatever.
Walks out. The door was. You hear the door open again because the door was closed once you came in. You hear the door. You just see the two guards standing there, and the door just kind of moves on its own. grinding against the stone and leading you out into the daylight. And she kind of like she's walking behind you. And the two guards are there. She walks past them and she says, I hope that you have gotten what you came for.
You're breaking my heart. I haven't even gotten close to what I came for.
Well, that is good to hear.
What? You're one of those. Come on, give a guy a break.
She kind of like following you down the steps.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I am obviously going to return to do my my daily prayers. And she kind of turns back and looks at the guards. She says, if you wish to get the children back in 6 hours, enter the old service entrance. It is trapped. You may have to contact Masha or Win in town. I
Why
bid
would
you the best, pilgrims. And she turns back and walks back into the temple, and the door closes.
Huh. Well, we got a chance to get the children back. That's all good.
All right. So you guys head back, meet up. You meet up with Dasha there, waiting outside.
Yes.
Everything good?
Well, no, because our brilliant companions here decided to let loose the fact that this planet was going to go under, and we got kicked out. But on the plus side, we got an invitation to pick up the children in the service entrance in 6 hours. So we got a way back in, but they are what you call alerted.
It's actually a brilliant move on your part when you think about it. I mean, we could go ahead and then say that we're here to help relocate it with the pilgrims as well, and get them and that item out of here.
I thought that giving them a sense of urgency to get it out might give us an opportunity to intercept it. Unless they choose to sit here and die with the anomaly. In which case, we really are in not much of a different place than when we started.
You gave them a reason to absolutely hate us and fight no matter what.
Well, they weren't going to let us get near the anomaly. You heard them. The process takes years to maybe get a prophetic vision. They couldn't speed line it to be 6 hours.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I think either way, we would have been fighting our way through it. And, unless it involves a scientific method, I'm afraid I'm not much use.
Well, I think that was the right move to do, actually. I mean, if they know that something's coming down that's going to motivate them to, hey, we need to do something, then we can go ahead and say, hey, we have a ship that can get this off planet. And some of you can come with us, the truly devout.
Perhaps we'll get another chance to speak with them to further explain after they've had time to let it sink in when we retrieve the children. Although I must admit, I'm not sure why they would return the children to us.
Unless the children are corrupted.
Or maybe they're tired of feeding them.
Feeding them to the anomaly, maybe. I don't know.
Children do eat a lot.
And they do taste
So,
good.
I mean, I need to check with the maintenance guy. I had a thought that I didn't ask him the first time, but just to put this out there, seems like you notice she waited till there wasn't anybody else around watching before she talked about the children. So it seems like if we can take her by surprise, maybe there won't be people around to stop us if we decide to go in by force when she opens up the service entrance. Not trying to be a bastard about things, but it's us or them at this point.
I mean, she could have told us about the children because of what we mentioned. Maybe she saw us as a way to get them to a safe place so that they could not perish with the rest of them.
Right. What do you think the chances are the corporation's going to let us haul a bunch of kids off this rock?
No, that's a good question.
And the CEO
Oh,
told you there was 8,000 credits in it if you got the kids back.
Yeah. Children do make good miners.
On the other hand, the other thing we could do is do the whole child swap in good faith, and then when they aren't expecting us to come, dump them quick, and then when they aren't expecting us to come back in, see if we can't get back in that service entrance. But I don't know. I think the time is going to be most likely to send it is when she's trying to surreptitiously get them out of there, you know?
I would think they'd be expecting potentially some foul play. So
Oh, so you're saying play the pickup straight, get them off guard, then see what we can do.
not necessarily. I suggesting that we may want to set traps ahead of time. The tunnel is trapped, so it seems. But we may want to make sure that it is in our favor, because I expect that they're going to come with people. She's not going to come alone. If anything, two miners, or two of the miners that were standing guard will accompany her.
Well, I mean, the other thing positive about getting the kids out and doing it straight is, that's 8,000 creds we're up one way or the other, just in case the rest of this job goes to shit.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a mercenary or anything, but this ain't looking good.
Well, we can grab the kids and get them out, and that shouldn't be too difficult. So let's just ask for them to deliver the kids, and we can take care of that right now.
Now, they said 6 hours service entrance.
6 hours?
Yep.
Okay.
Which, like I said, gives me a chance to check in with the maintenance guy. I had a thought that I might be able to scare up some help. But whenever you guys decide, unless you guys need me right now, I'm going to go have a little chat with him.
Well, we also need to have a little chat with Wynn or the other person that she named to see exactly how we are supposed to avoid the traps in the tunnel.
Yeah, I probably should be there for that too. Unless you guys have any technical knowledge. I mean, sorry, machinery. All right, looks like we're going to be busy. Actually, that's a good question. Who did she name besides Wynn? It was Wynn, or
Mastic or something.
was that the service guy, the maintenance guy?
It was Wynn and Masha.
Masha. All we know about Wynn is that he punches bags of bricks and is a very poor sparrer.
I don't know this Wynn. Did you guys meet him, her, who?
No, but you know who knows where Win is? Elmo.
All
'Cause
right.
Elmo knows
Okay.
everybody.
Bartender in a place this size, he's going to see everybody sooner or later. That's for sure.
Yeah. Shall we go see Elmo? Goff, or Professor, and Dasha?
Certainly.
I'm tagging along. Like I said, if this is about traps and it's anything mechanical or electrical, I need to hear about it.
Oh, that's right.
I don't want to hear later on that, oh, yeah, it's a DC circuit that you have to interrupt and it turns out it's AC or something like that.
So we head to Elmo's. To talk to Elmo.
He sees you come in.
Elmo.
Hey. Starts taking some glasses down, cleaning them off. Another shot of bourbon.
Yeah, I could use one. Hey, listen, as he downs bourbon. Do you know where I could find Win?
Win. think I know where he is. He used to come around here every once in a while to the casino downstairs, and I know he did some sparring, but he hadn't been around in a while. Kind of a hothead.
Whoa, you got a casino downstairs.
Oh yeah, just some
What?
video poker machines, you know.
Oh man, no, it's not fun unless it's no fun unless it's with other people, man. Just like sex, no fun unless it's with other people. You got a table or something? Maybe I could organize a little poker.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for sex. Get a table. Can
Oh,
organize
well.
it for you.
You don't
That could
need
be
a
nice,
table for sex. Geez, get a clue, guy. That's an anywhere kind of activity.
I'm well aware.
What was the other person we were looking for?
Win.
Masha? Was that it? Win or Masha?
No, I don't know that name, but I know who Win is.
You know where he lives? I mean, this town isn't that big. There's
Yeah,
what,
I think
10 buildings?
it's just a sample. It's like, yeah, I think Alex knows. She comes upstairs. He calls for her. She's got sweat all over her face. She's still got her boxing gloves on.
Hey, Alex, hitting him hard.
Yeah, thanks to the professor.
Sal looks at the boxer, looks at the professor, just shakes his head, doesn't say anything.
Yes, 37% harder, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I don't know the percentage, but it's definitely a difference.
Alex, do you know where we can find Win? Do you know where he lives?
Yeah, I do. He's kind of close by, staying in one of the transient housing. Why? What do you? Well, not my business. What you want to know with him? I don't know. If you see him, tell him to come back over here. I want a rematch.
Did he win?
I'd rather not talk about it.
I thought so. Would you mind showing us where the transient housing is?
Yeah, she kind of steps outside of Elmo's and points around the corner to, not very far. There's some metal rusted buildings. It's like right over there, 14B. She kind of points to the second floor. Right there, you'll see it. Not far.
Thank you. I'll let him know you're up for a rematch.
Nice.
Anytime.
If they're headed over towards Win, Sal's going to hang back for just a minute or two and just long enough to let. Damn it, I'm bad with names. What's the lady's name? Miss Punchy.
Alex.
Yeah. If I'm around after the end of this job, I could use a little one-on-one training, if you know what I mean. You like a lady who can, handle somebody who's a little stronger, and he flexes a little. He's tall. He's relatively decent in combat, and obviously he has an ego, so that's his line.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, when I find that person, I'll let you know.
Good one. I like feisty, and he'll catch up with the rest of them.
All right, so you head over to 14B.
Yes.
Okay. You go and up some rusted stairwell, knock on the door. When you first look at the door is like a crappy metal door. You can see that there's a bunch of marks in it. It looks like punch marks, like somebody on the inside has punched it and it's bowed out. Like,
whoa.
So the door is heavily damaged. And there's like a little slot at the top that opens and you see somebody peeking out like, what do you want?
Are you in?
Yeah, who's asking?
Well, I am Kuzan Lama, xeno-esotericist.
Whatever the fuck that is, yeah.
Yep, that study of alien cultures. And this is Sal. And this is
Are
Dasha.
these introductions going to take like all fucking day? What do you want?
We need you to de-escalate the traps in the mine.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Lady there said you could help us.
What
She
lady?
said she was.
We spoke with a woman, one of the miners. We bartered in exchange for the children they've taken. However, they're
You
doing
hear
it.
the door unlock as you are saying this, and he opens. Get your ass inside. Let's go. And he like
Okay.
physically grabs you and pushes you inside, locks the door.
Okay.
So anyway, like I was saying, she mentioned something about a service entrance that's trapped.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I know a way around it. What
Yep.
she?
That's what we're here for.
So she's okay. So you guys are in on the plan to overthrow Krast. Nice.
Is she in on the plan to
Yeah,
overthrow
of course. Yeah, he fucking kicked us out. Prick. He gets pissed. He punches the door and puts a dent in it.
Kicked you out from what, direct contact with the anomaly?
Well, we don't get to fucking see it. I mean, Krast doesn't even let anybody close to it
Why did Krast kick you out?
because he's out of his friggin' mind. That's why. Went and kidnapped those kids and coming up with crazy fucking plans.
Huh.
Kicked me and
What's the
Masha
plan?
right out of the
What's
damn
it-
temple.
What's his plan?
I don't want to find out, but I would like to kick his ass.
If we're able to get the kids to safety, is there a way that through that entrance we can get inside?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that
To
entrance
the
leads into the
anomalous.
damn leads into the like the living quarters area. Yeah, I don't know if you want to get close to that anomaly. I don't know if that's a smart move on your part, but you could do you know.
I mean, it sounds like you can't even get close without
Hell no, they got
raising suspicions.
yeah, you got that right.
Well, if one wanted to get close, how would one do it?
You got to make your way through the living quarters down to the through the mining area all the way. Just keep going. Although I think it's down below the utility section. At least that's what the rumor was, which I'm pretty confident that's true.
So what did Kraft want with the kids? I mean, I just don't see it. It pisses people off, and you got to watch out for them. I mean, what the hell does he want with the kids in the first place?
Now he wants new initiates, and I think it was also a play to keep the Sharp Corporation from trying to attack the temple.
How do you know how many people are down there? Uh, did we get her name?
I think it's Nareem, who's who you spoke to.
Naram wasn't very helpful as far as telling us. She didn't tell us a
Well, she
whole
can't
lot.
say a lot of stuff, you know. You got to be quiet. You never know who's listening in that place. Who's trying to read your fucking mind.
Can you read minds?
Oh, wait a minute. So she's not.
No,
She's not.
and he swings and puts another dent in the door.
Do you wish you could read minds?
Yeah, I do sometimes. Yeah,
Uh, Alex says she wants a rematch.
she wants a rematch. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Did you win the first time?
Every time.
Ha! Wow. Tough guy, eh?
No, it's no tough in it. I just win fights.
Well, you are Win, so makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I see the irony.
So we're meeting in 6 hours, is when the handoff is taking place.
Are there actually traps, or was she putting this?
No, this trap's down there. Yeah, we don't want fucking people going through the service entrance. That's
Let's
what
go
they
over
sent the
them.
damn deviants down there. The friggin' Sharp Corporation did, and they didn't fare too well. They tried to use the service entrance, and they avoided most of the traps, so we had to trap it afterwards. But
Let's go. Let's go over them, and so we know how to avoid them.
well, I'll just show you where they are. I'll move. I can get past them. You just follow me.
Huh? Oh, you're coming with us, eh?
Yeah, I'm going to lead you through it. I'm going to
Perfect.
tell you if I tell you how to disarm them, and then you fuck up, and then it's set, and then something goes off. It ain't going to work.
Hey, I'm a pretty good mechanic. I could figure it out.
Yeah.
But whatever, you do you. Guys, it sounds like I'm not. I thought I was needed here. Sounds like I'm not. I'm gonna go check in with the mechanic.
You're going to go talk to Valentine, that Valentine guy.
Yeah. Why? Some reason I shouldn't?
I don't know. You know, I don't trust a whole lot of people in Sable, so
Well, I ain't gonna
just
say
be careful
anything.
what you tell them.
Oh, trust me, I ain't gonna say any jack shit about the mines or the miners or what's going on there. As far as he's concerned, we don't know anything yet. But wait a minute, he wanted me to get his bot back. You know anything about that?
There's some kind of service bot that runs I think it runs the utilities sector of the mine.
Okay. Well, just FYI, I'm gonna and let me guess. Your enemy there is has control of it too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be the part of the point then, is to get it out from under him if you want to undermine him. That's why I'm going to go meet the mechanic.
All right. So he kind of unlocks the door. He squeaks it, cracks it open, looks around, grabs you, pushes you out the door, slams the door, locks it.
All right, guys, you do what you want to do. You can come with. I don't care. As long as you don't, drop the word about planet going down, or we met with the miners or whatever. Guy I'm talking to doesn't need to know any of that.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. I only mentioned it to the miners so that it could spur them into some action that we might be able to capitalize on.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I'll go try to find the mechanic guy.
Yeah, you can easily. Yeah, he's at the scrapyard. You easily find him.
Oh, hey, dude. It occurred to me afterwards that maybe you could help a little more. Not that I'm not really grateful for the shields. Trust me, I am. But this maintenance bot, corporations like to put in backdoors and override commands and that sort of thing. So I was wondering if you knew anything about that. So when we get there, if the miners have turned it against us, I can take control back.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, we know how corporate bastards are about bots and droids and all of that. There's no way they didn't have a back door or something in there. I just want to know if you knew it and could help a guy out.
yeah, there's on the right side, like top of his neck. You're gonna have to feel for it. There's a switch that if you can press it, will give you about 3 seconds delay, and then you got to say the phrase "fit as a fiddle,"
Fit as a fiddle.
but you pretty much just have that 3 seconds. If you can't say that, it won't work.
So slap the top right of the neck, say fit as a fiddle, and you're in.
Yeah, there's like, you got it depressed. There's like a button there. There's for programming to put them in sort of a reprogrammed state.
All right. Much appreciated. That'll help a lot. I'm pretty sure those guys have taken it over one way or another.
And I was afraid of that. Well, I mean, if that's all you came for.
That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, that's right. Did you work on mining equipment too?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll describe the backpack things that those guys had on, and does that stuff have any weaknesses? Easy ways to shut it down? Easy ways to blow it up? Something like that.
Well, it sounds like they got a backpack. If you can damage the backpack, or whatever, tubing or whatever coils they got, you can probably disable that thing.
It's good to know.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Yeah, appreciate it. You've been a great help.
You got about 5 hours to kill.
Does anybody need a nap?
How can you get rid of stress in this game?
Sleep, relax, therapy, vacation.
You're on a vacation now.
Yeah, my vacations are always on doomed planets.
6 hours of rest to make a body save. If successful, then your health returns to your maximum. Wounds, however, stay the same.
I see that.
Okay, to relieve stress by resting in a relatively safe place, make a rest save using your worst save. If you succeed, reduce your stress by the ones digit rolled. If you rolled a 24 for your save of 30, reduce your stress by 4.
Okay. Does it?
Players can gain advantage on their rest save by participating in consensual sex, recreational drug use, a night of heavy drinking, prayer, or any other suitable leisure activity.
Well, let's see if Dasha. Well, Dasha's out at the moment, so
It'll be solo.
it'll be solo. It is consensual. So yeah, I think Kuzan Lama's going to rest.
So we need to go back to the security guard who offered us some housing.
Yeah. Yes, you can go up to the corporate housing if you so desire.
Yeah, you go to the corporate housing.
Yeah, the security Vadim is there. Cup of coffee, smoke in his hand. Hey, how'd it go? How'd it go? Oh, how did it go? How did it go?
Well, it could have been better, but made some progress. Unfortunately, I need to take a nap.
Yeah, so on the travel, I'm sure you're pretty tired. We have a couple of rooms that we can provide you with.
That would be great.
So he fiddles around his desk, moving a bunch of papers out of the way, opens a couple drawers, pulls out a bunch of keys, looks at them, pulls a big ring of keys out, starts fiddling with the keys. Okay. Did you? What did they say? What did you find out?
Not a whole lot, unfortunately. We might get the children back.
Wait a second. What? How so?
Well, uh, we asked nicely.
He chuckled at that. You find
Did you try that?
they don't. I know these miners. I know the Kadar. I know you struck. You have a way in, perhaps.
Well, we're able to persuade them just a little bit, but while we weren't able to get very far inside, we at least managed to find a way to get the
You
children.
got inside. I thought it was closed off.
Did you try asking nicely?
I love it.
No, I do not wish to speak niceties to them. Consider
Well,
that
that's why they
do-
wouldn't let you inside. See, a pilgrim such as myself, uh, and all of us are pilgrims in our own way, following different paths. Well, we were able to have some common ground with them.
Takes another drag from his cigarette and kind of nods at you. Walks down like the walkway past the CEO's office to like some little metal tin cans with doors on them. Unlocks them. They're like, flips the heat on. Oh, you can, yeah, check that out. I mean, it's kind of like a shoebox with two beds in it. Barely somebody like 5'8", 5'9" would fit on.
Good thing
As
Cruising Llama's 5'3".
yeah,
Well, there's
like
room to spare.
yeah, you kind of peek your head in there. He walks over to he kind of steps over to Sal and says, I don't like the way your friend there talks. Something about he just asked nicely. They have ways of tricking you. You need to be very careful. You seem like the sensible one in this group.
I hear you. I agree, but okay. Just so you know, or maybe we're fooled, maybe we're not, but seems like there might be a little bit of a internal division, We're trying to take advantage of that.
They're divided.
That's what we're hearing. Don't know how, accurate it is, but that's what we're hearing.
So now would be a good time to strike.
That's the plan.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, he unlocks another room, so it's basically two beds in each room. Turns the heater on. It's kind of musty smell in here. Leaves the key. I unlock it. Yeah, leave the key in there and lock it. He kind of says, takes a drag from a cigarette, walks back over and goes into the CEO's office. He puts his cigarette out first before he walks in. All right, so you're gonna rest for a certain amount of time, about 5-6 hours.
Yeah, however long it takes to restore restore stress.
Okay, so
I was going to break out his card decks and say, "Hey, you want to restore stress? There's nothing like a friendly game."
A friendly game.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could play a game and then fall asleep. Normally, my normal stress relief partner isn't here.
Huh? Who's that?
No, Josh and I play lots of games, but
Oh, really?
in her absence, we could play a game or two.
so whatever your worst save is,
That would be a body save, or
all
no,
right.
fear save.
Okay, so make that save.
I'm playing also. All right. Where is
Failed.
dice? Advantage since we're participating in mandate in leisure
Yeah,
time
that's right.
activities.
You have advantage.
Yep, failed.
Yeah, I failed too. Not that I can't. I'm already I'm
I'm gonna use a
already
hustle point.
There you go.
Hey, that one succeeded.
All right. So what did you roll?
A 20. So I get 0 stress back.
No, I mean that doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't be 10. So I would say that you've relieved the stress. Yeah. 0 would have to be a 10. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So does that mean I go down to 2 because that's the minimum, or do I go down to 0?
I don't, you know what? I don't think you can go down beyond 2 at this point because you guys are this. I'm going to say you're in the circumstance you're in and everything that's going on. You probably couldn't relieve all the stress. So it's kind of like your baseline.
Yeah, I mean, is it ever even possible to go down by the minimum? That's below the minimum. I mean, it does say minimum for a reason.
Yeah, I would say I don't think you could. Probably unless the only way that you probably could is probably with some sort of drug or something, I would guess.
Okay.
Is Professor Goff going to participate in the card game?
I thought I had my own room. I'm just going to go to bed.
Okay. All right, you can do that.
Oh, good. I could do without the card counter, actually.
Why do I keep losing?
Oh, man, you just got to practice a little more. Let's do another hand there.
And then you hear through the wall, because he's cheating.
Hey, hey, hey. No, I am not. That's not fun.
Thought I was losing suspiciously. How many sleeves do you have there, Sal?
Hey, don't listen to her. Is it her or him? I can't remember. Like,
Him.
okay. Don't listen to him. I do not cheat at cards. I cheat at women.
And then you hear through the wall again. It's safer to cheat at cards.
Yeah, you ain't shitting on that one.
Guess you just like to live dangerously then.
Oh yeah. No doubt about that.
So the card game goes by. You guys finally rest. The sun is beginning to set. You got about another hour daylight. It's close to the time. I would say an hour and a half, however you set your watches or whatever. But Abdella is out in the walkway as you guys begin to stir. And as you guys are like getting, open the door and she greets you outside.
Hi, Abdella.
These are not the most comfortable accommodations, but it's the best thing the Sharp Corporation has at the time.
Well, I was able to get some rest, play a
Nice.
game or two. So it's good enough.
Vadim said that you made progress with the miners.
Yes, they really hate the Sharp Corporation.
Of course they do. Considering their actions, that is driven by hate.
But yes, we think we can get at least the children out.
That is welcome news. Considering our past attempts have failed, I think people here in the outpost would be relieved to see them returned. But
Well,
that
apparently
does-
you didn't ask nicely.
I somehow don't think that that would work with us.
Wow.
Well, I mean, could be we're being duped, but doesn't look like it right at the second. So apparently, I gotta admit, I was sort of surprised too, but apparently ask nicely is a viable strategy.
Are you supposed to meet them at a rendezvous point, or what did you agree in exchange? Nothing. They just offered to return these children back.
That's right.
Again, a little bit of we're hearing internal division. So
Internal division. Maybe our opportunity to seize the anomaly presents itself.
Yes. When you've sent in others before, what has stopped them?
They never returned, so we were unable to question what happened. Apparently, they didn't ask nicely.
Or maybe they joined the cult.
Yes, that is definitely a concern as well.
Is there any reinforcements you could potentially lend if there's an opportunity once?
Yes, that's what I was about to ask you about. I have put in a requisition to the Sharp, which would be corporate, for potentially additional security to take advantage of this opportunity that has presented itself. Of course, the proper forms had to be filled out first. I believe that they will. I believe that they will approve it. I'm just waiting on an answer right now. Is that something that you think would make sense?
Yes, but just I think we should not be a part of it, so to speak. Once the children are taken away to safety, I think
oh yeah,
you're
get the children out first.
yes.
Then go back in because what's his name? Wynn's gonna help disable the traps, and we can keep an eye out on what he's doing, so we'll know better.
Well, he's not going to disable them. He's gonna help us get through.
Or
But
what is a
We
win?
aren't telling the CEO our plan, are we?
no.
Okay.
Anyway, you go in with the troops after we get the kids out, and we'll follow up behind.
Well, the only way we know is the main entrance. Is there another way in? The service entrance is much too dangerous.
Well,
Huh.
that's the
Why
entrance.
I
is it so dangerous?
believe that was the second attempt. one of the attempts with the contractors was the service entrance, and they did not return.
Well, that's not good.
Well, so this, I think the service entrance is what you have, unless you want to try your luck at the main entrance.
I've been told that there is a very substantial stone composite door that would require a lot of explosives to breach. My point is if you have another way of entry that you are meeting them and exchanging the kids, then we should lay in wait as the kids are exchanged and use this point of entry, which may be a weak point.
Well, we're
Really, you want to put the kids at risk for some? I mean, really. Let's get the. I get that you want to get in there, but let's get the kids out and then bring in the heavy artillery. That's the only thing that makes sense.
We're not going to use any kind of heavy weapons, at least that would be the intent.
It's a phrase.
Fair enough.
the exchange is being conducted in the service tunnel. So your forces will have to be comfortable with going into the service tunnel after the exchange has been done and the kids are out.
But you are going through the service tunnel, then you obviously know a way around the traps and everything that's been set up in there. It's very dangerous.
We will, yes. We might be able to provide that information.
Provide that information.
Yes, if we're able to figure out a way around the traps, so your forces can get through.
So you're going to relay it back to us.
Well, I think without your forces, we're going to be hard pressed to get to the anomaly. And without us, you're not going to be able to get in either. So I think this is a mutual benefit. We stand to benefit from each other here.
Didn't realize I had to negotiate with those who part of the same organization, but I guess that's where we are. Then you will relay the information to us once the exchange has been made on how to avoid the traps in the service tunnel. And we will provide the necessary firepower to breach the temple.
Perfect. We are in accordance.
Sounds like a plan.
We are all aligned.
Yes. Just that you hear like the phone ring in her office, and she says, "I gotta go," and she runs and goes and gets it, opens the door. Like she had it on really loud so she would hear it in case they called. All right. So she comes back out like 5 minutes later. Says they have authorized 4 additional security personnel. I will provide 2 of my own. So that will be 6 security personnel who will enter the service tunnel once you have made the exchange.
Perfect. Should hopefully provide us enough cover that we can get to the anomaly.
Let us hope. Anything else you want to do?
Actually, it sounds like we have a plan. Goodness. This group with a plan.
Not necessarily. We rested and killed the time, and so I think we're ready to go.
As your timer has hit 61 hours out of 72, and there's long shadows over Sable as the as night begins to arrive, you stand outside a set of rusted Connex boxes, and there's a large metal grate, a circular metal grate, and wind shows up. So basically, you got to like climb on these things, and it's sticking like out of the wall of the town. As he goes up to it and pulls out some tools and kind of unlocks it, and it kind of swings open.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eyeball on exactly what he's doing with those tools to unlock it.
Okay.
Basically, anything he does, I'm keeping an eye on because I figure I'm probably the one that's going to have to end up bypassing shit.
And just then you see the drop ship from the John Henry arrive on the landing pad. And there's a bunch of dust and smoke in the air. And four security personnel come running towards your position, accompanied by two other security personnel that the CEO has provided. And they are waiting down below, for the word.
Okay.
Does has like wind gone into the entrance at that point?
No,
So
he's just kind of unlocked it. You saw him do something like it's like a big oval, a circular vent that he's kind of like, it looks basically like he's picking a lock because it's like sealed shut, but obviously he's entered it before or unlocked it. So he unlocks it. And it kind of swings open. It's actually on hinges.
should get going.
Yeah. It's very dark. And it kind of echoes as you take steps inside. And that's probably a good place to stop since we don't have Comrade Dasha, and we could end up in combat, and that would probably disappoint Josh if he didn't get a chance to shoot anybody.
Yeah, especially given he's the Marine.
Killed the shit out of us without his firepower, bluntly speaking.
And you did not take the pick me up, the hyper meth either, right? Nobody took that.
Nope, not yet.
But you do have
Yep.
one dose.
Yep.
Okay.
Or is it 2 doses? Because it was 1 for 50 and 2 for 75 space bucks.
I just got one. I plan on
Yeah.
dividing it anyway.
Oh, okay.
I don't need 3 tweakers at once.
Thanks for running, Pete.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, it was fun.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to see how the situation with unfolds with the corporation and the people in the mine, like what they do, the miners.
Yeah. My problem is I just don't see any way. I don't see any way we're gonna meet our objectives and GTFO without getting killed.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, their soldiers can absorb some of the blows, but if they have these abilities considered unnatural, then we're in for some surprises.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Yeah, I was curious what you were going to tell Nareem, who came out to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like we were going to get anywhere without.
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't until you told her one specific thing.
Yeah.
Kids.
The security blanket of the containment unit.
No. Until you told her one specific piece of information that changed her opinion.
Get the kids out.
Yeah. which was probably a good thing. Otherwise, we could have explored the mine maybe a bit more, but we wouldn't have been able to. Would have had a lot of eyes on us.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you can grab the kids and leave and let them fight it out or whatever, whatever's going to happen and say, well, I got the kids back or do whatever. I mean, it's up to you guys how you want to handle it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the professor in Kuzin would be just really curious about the anomaly.
Kuzin's, as they say in the land down under, fizzing at the bunghole to to look at
I
it.
said, what the what?
Yeah. I was told that by when we were into New Zealand. I was told that by a guy. He was really excited about a 3D printer. He's like, "Oh, my mates are fizzing at the bunghole," which was a turn of phrase for being very excited about something. Oh, thanks for running.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Much appreciated, as always.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right. Take care.